Welcome to Wrestling Talk. Today we're going to be talking about something very interesting. And that's, you want me to, here's some interesting, I'm just going to start this off by saying that Raw wasn't actually ever 3 hours. It was 2 hours and 30 minutes. There was just 30 minutes of commercial. Like, SmackDown is actually only 1 hour and 30 minutes with 30 minutes of commercial. So now with Raw being 2 hours, it's actually only 1 hour with 30 minutes of commercials. So nothing is really 3 hours, it's just 3 hours with commercials. If you skip it and time it from show to show, you would get 2 minutes and 30 minutes. 2 hours and 30 minutes. Essentially, that if essentially you get 30 minutes of commercial on a 2 hour show anyway. And people are complaining about it on Raw, but not SmackDown, when it really it's just been the same thing. You're just so accustomed to a 30-minute Raw. I mean a 3 hour Raw. When it's really, you're just getting 30 minutes of commercials to make it 3 hours. And people are like, you want me to tell you what? Raw, I haven't watched it lately. But SmackDown has been good. It's 2 hours. You have to realize that with a 1 hour and 30 minute show, you can't do much. 3 hours, you get 2 hours to work with. You get 2 hours and 30 minutes to work with. So today's topic is Raw would eventually get its footing. And who knows, SmackDown might become 3 hours, which would only be 2 hours and 30 minutes. You never know. The reason why this is good is because it's less wrestling to watch. And because you have to watch, a typical day, NXT is like 2 hours. So really you're watching, before you were watching altogether, you are at least watching 6 hours of wrestling a week, not including if you were watching AEW too. That's too much. You have to, and especially on pay-per-view days, you were watching at least 8 hours of wrestling in the whole week. You're watching 8 hours of wrestling a week. Because WWE pay-per-views are actually 3 hours. 3 hours is that long. Raw is shorter than most pay-per-views, but I feel like pay-per-views should be always a little bit longer than Raw and SmackDown because they're pay-per-views. They should be special. They should be at least 4 hours. No less. And no more. See, you have to find the perfect. I feel like when Raw gets its footing in the 2 hour concept, it's going to do good. Like if SmackDown all of a sudden became 3 hours, it's going to have to find its footing. You know, everything is about finding your footing. So I don't understand why people are hating on Raw so much. It's difficult to do a lot with a 3 hour. A 2 hour and 30 minutes. And 30 minutes of commercials because you have to put commercials after every so often. That's the reason why 3 hours was good, because you get 30 minutes of commercials in a 2 hour setting. See, it's all about what you think about it. Raw was never 3 hours, it was 2 hours and 30 minutes. SmackDown is never 2 hours. Now that people are like, 3 hour Raw is too long, and now they're like, make up your mind, is it too short, too long? What would be perfect? You want to make them make an hour and they have to fit, it ended up being 2 hours? Just an hour and make it an hour and 30 minutes with an hour of commercials? No. So, be happy what you get. Bye.